and we're going to interview Raul, and he's the bass player for the JRD project. Of course, J stands for James, R for Raul, and D for Daniel. So we're going to ask Raul a couple of questions about his musical history. So Raul, tell me, how long have you been playing the bass?
I started playing the bass probably in 85. 85, probably when I was like 16 years old.
Okay, and what made you start playing the bass?
I was a big fan of rock and roll music, and along with all my friends. And a couple of them were picking up the guitar, and they were getting pretty good. And it was just the idea that sparked. I said, let's make a band. And the guitar spot was already taken, so it was either drums or bass. So
it's always hard to find bass players. That's the thing.
I jumped quickly on the bass, and yeah, that's one good thing is you're right. It was kind of hard to find a bass player, so I was always kind of, everybody wanted me around.
Everyone wanted, if they needed a bass player, that's where you came in. Now, did you take lessons? Did you go to school? Were you self-taught?
When I started off, no, I didn't. But like I said, I had friends that were guitar players, and I just was really inspired by them, and they just really helped me out and showed me, kind of how to get started with it. And there were some years in there where I did take lessons now and again, and I just practiced by myself a lot and listening to records. And really, my biggest teachers were any guitarists that I ever had all through my years.
Okay.
I think so.
Now, did you listen to, I know you said rock and roll, was there any specific type of music? Hard rock, heavy metal?
It's probably more heavy metal. When I first started out, it was heavy metal bands like Iron Maiden and Judas Priest. And,
right.
Yeah, stuff. Yeah, stuff like that.
Okay, and then what was the first official band that you played in? What projects were your most favorite to be involved in back when you first started there?
The first time I ever played with the full band, it was with we didn't really have a name. But it was with the current drummer that we play with now, with me and Danny. And we were just getting started. Everybody was just getting started, and we just had two guitarists, a bass, drummer, and we had a guy that would sing. No microphone or anything, and we would just. It wasn't even a band, but we were just. It was just the budding of us, just trying to come together.
Like the early stages.
So we did that for we bounced around for a few months, and finally when we got some little more serious guys and stuff that were able to get equipment and make time to actually do this seriously. It was a band called Cirrhosis. It was a punk rock band, and I played with them for a couple years. They were some good friends of mine that I was in high school with, and I think they're still around today actually. But I only stood with them for a couple years.
Yeah, and how was that experience? Was it?
It was a real good experience. I enjoyed it. It was
Did you guys play out like clubs or parties?
We did clubs. At that time we were, I'm thinking we were probably just out of high school, and it was mostly backyard parties, but it was clubs also, and that was it. Yeah.
Okay. And then how did you come to join the JRD project?
Well, like I said, I started playing bass, back in the day when I was young, and I played for probably up until I was maybe 21. And then I was getting serious about work and getting serious about my marriage. I started having kids, so I put bass in the back burner. I still was a big lover of music and stuff, but playing, it was too much of a commitment. I think if you want to do it right, at least when I was at that age. So I just go, I can't do this anymore. It's taking too much of my time. I'm going to focus on my family and other things. So I put bass aside and I actually put it away for a lot of years. That was, like I said, I was 20. That was probably 20 years ago that I put it to the side.
So Danny calls you out of the blue, or he contacts you?
Like I said too, I try to follow signs of the universe and just go, you could fight things, but you try to, I don't know, I just kind of follow things what was presented to you in life. You do your best, you behave righteous, but sometimes the road takes you in certain ways. And just currently, maybe about a year ago or so, I went through a divorce. So when that happened, I was thinking, I thought about it too, should I get back into music? Now I have all this free time on my hands, should I get back into music? And I said, nah, there's other things I want to do. Nah, I'm still a music fan, I don't want to play music anymore. And that was that, I thought about it, I went on with what I was doing. And shoot, just out of the blue, man, just totally out of the blue, you know, there's a letter taped to my front door one day, you know, just about a month or two ago. And I'm reading it. I thought it was from one of my kids. I'm reading it, and I'm all, this is Danny, man. I lost touch with Danny, our current drummer, in the late 80s. Me and him lost touch.
Wow.
He went to the service, and I just went my own way, and a lot of stuff happened with all the people that we knew, so we just couldn't connect. You know, we're both not social media guys, so we never connected. And he, you know, took the initiative, and you know, he found me.
Right, and so now this is probably our fourth time getting together. I think I'm trying to keep count, but I think it hasn't been very long. But I can tell you that it sounds really good, and you know, I'm excited about the chemistry within the band. So yeah, I think things happen for a reason. I'm glad that you're on board. I think it's a good fit. I think a lot of people are going to be really surprised when they actually get to hear us play. I think they're going to feel the sincerity of our music, and you know, we got a lot of ideas and plans as far as you know, the musical direction. But you know, thanks for
thanks.
You know, thanks for coming on board, and hopefully it'll be a fun experience. And who knows where it's going to lead. But I think as long as we all have fun and enjoy the ride, that's the cool part about it. So I want to thank you for the little interview. We'll do another part 2, maybe later on, and this way it allows people to kind of get to know you, and this way they can, when they do come to see us play, they'll feel like they have a connection with you already,
man,
you know?
just come on up to us and say hello. Let's talk, and we'll rock, and we'll have a drink together.
That's what it's all about. All right, hey, thanks a lot.
Hey, thanks.
All right.